Jeter at Daryl's Little Corner. My daughter, Roseanne, is who you're seeing on the screen. Roseanne Gaillard. She lives in Ripley, and a lot of you probably know her. Them that don't know her, well, they know me, so it's okay, huh? I tell you. But we're fixing to do some fun stuff. She is going to teach us her new movements and explain to us as she's going what she's doing. Roseanne has learned a new exercise program that just tones you up. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
And they're real simple and easy to do. Even if you're in a wheelchair, you can do some of them. And I kind of like to do mine sitting on the couch. I'm not real ambitious myself, and it's just different movements that you can do to keep your bones limbered up. Now I tell you, as I've got older, my bones stiffen up, especially when it rains or you out of cold weather. My bones just stiffen up, and if I sometimes I work in the shop too long, and my bones will get stiff, and these movements should help you. And we just thought this would be a fun thing. You pay attention and notice what you think that you're able to. As we get older, we're not able to do all this stuff, Rose.
That's true.
We're not. And if you do, like, if she does 10 and you're just able to do 2, just do 2. Just do 2. And then if she does something with her legs that you can't do, just wait and do the one with your arms. And let's keep ourselves moving. We want to stay mobile and be able to go shopping and go places with our families if they don't run us plumb to death. Sometimes I go with mine and they walk me. I promise you, you don't walk in the mall with Rose. No, we don't. That's one thing. Last time I went with her, I found a table out in the eating area, and I said, I got me a cup of coffee, and I said, I'll be right here when you get through. Come find me. But as we get older, we can't hold out to all that stuff we used to do. And this is, now young people, like even younger than Rose, do these movements. But my thought is it keeps our bones limbered up. I done got to the bone age. Now, as younger folks, they want to tone up and look better, and I just want to walk. I just want to be able to walk. I don't care. I want to be able to use my arms and legs as long as I need to. But Rosie, explain to us about these movements. How'd you learn to do them?
Well, I actually took yoga movements, some yoga flashcards that my daughter had gotten at college, and some Pilates flashcards that she had gotten at college, and picked out the ones that I was able to do, because I wasn't able to do them all.
Mm-hmm.
Because
well, if you can't do them, we sure can't.
I'm older now. I'm not as young as my daughter is,
Mm-hmm.
and she's more limber than I am. And I've noticed as I'm getting older that I can't do as much as what I used to be able to do.
Well, your sister brought a tape over here, and it was dancing to the oldies, and I put that in, and I was gonna exercise. Boy, I was smart, and I was gonna do it, and I lasted about 2.5 minutes. That's about it. And she called me and she said, "Oh, Mom, I did the tape," and I lasted 5 minutes. Some of this stuff is so fast-paced and difficult, and it's really seemed like to me geared to athletes. We're not athletes.
No, we're not.
We're just normal.
This is just strictly for toning up, for people who can't move around a whole lot. Is to help with circulation, because I have varicose veins really bad in the backs of my legs, and my legs hurt continuously because of them, and I was searching for something for that. And I found a way, to make myself do the things that needed to be done to keep my legs from hurting all the time. And these actually work, because I do them throughout the day at work. People laugh at me when they see me, and then when they say, and I look at them and tell them, well, at least I'm not in pain. You may be. Then they're like, well, if you find a stretch for this, let me know. And I go back to my flashcards and find something for them, take it to work the next day, give it to them, and they're excited.
I've noticed that sometimes my knees get hurt, and I have an exercise bike, and I'll get on it and ride it like 10 minutes. And my knee will stop hurting where I can go to sleep at night.
Right.
Sometimes it just helps.
It's the circulation in our body that needs to keep moving. A lot of times when we're sitting, there is no circulation to our legs.
Mm-hmm.
It's very small. It's enough to keep your skin and your muscles and everything alive, but it's not enough to keep you from
Mm-hmm.
being without pain.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to keep moving, whether it be the stretches that I show you, or walking,
Mm-hmm.
or even so much as younger people running.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer the non-impact
Oh, I have to
because
do
my
that.
knees and hips can't take it anymore.
Yeah, our bones just won't do it.
My
won't do
knees
it.
and hips cannot take it anymore, so there's no way that I could keep doing that because I
Mhm.
walk between 15 and 23 miles a day at my job.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time I get home, my hips and knees are hurting me so bad that to do an exercise that would make that worse is
Mhm.
unreasonable.
Yeah, it is.
So
It is.
I came up with combining these two programs to help myself.
Mm-hmm. But now, if you don't work and you're not able to walk, I mean, we don't walk on 20 miles. We do good. We walk a fourth a mile. I'll tell you, if I got down to the end of the road, I might not get back. And most of my friends have that problem
Sure.
too. And, you know, if we walk 10 minutes, we give out. I mean, we just,
As we get older, our body
things
declines.
happen. Now, younger folks can get out and walk, and that's wonderful. It's wonderful.
Yes, it is.
But not everybody can. And you
No.
know, if you don't have a treadmill, some places it's not safe to walk anymore.
That's true.
It's not
that is
safe.
true.
If nothing else, you'll get run over.
That's true too.
I mean, people come flying through this little road, and you could get run over. So I mean,
Right.
it's a thought. You know, this is something you can do at home. You can do it comfortably, and
Right.
let's keep them bones working, these joints working, so that we can, we can stay mobile. You know,
Right.
I sent a question to the Ask the Doctor program that's on this station, Dr. Cummins, about it, about my knees a long time ago, and they hurt so bad. I was kind of afraid. I thought, Lord, I might be just wearing them out. And he said, always exercise.
Right.
Said the more you move, he said, in almost all cases, exercise is good for you. So I took a lesson from that.
And my daddy always said, if you don't use it, you
You
lose it.
Use it or lose it. That's right. But that's another thing. While we're plugging Dr. Cummins' Ask the Doctor program, do call in to his any medical question that you have. I mean, I don't care if you got an itchy place or your scalp itches or your foot itches and you don't know why, and you call into his cell phone. It's given every program it is given out, and I believe it comes on at 6:30 on Thursday night. And you call into that Ask the Doctor, and they do not ask for who you are. They don't want to know. They don't care. Just ask your question, and he will give out the answer, medical answers, on his program, the next program. And you know, that's really a plus for Tippah County.
Yes.
Plus, I couldn't tell you how many questions I've called in and they have helped me with. Because I mean, as we get older, we have little problems, and our grandchildren have problems.
Right.
But anyway, enough for that. And let's do plug the Ask the Doctor program. It's a plus for Tippah County.
Yes, ma'am, it
But
is.
let's get into it, Rose. Let's see what you can do.
All right, we're going to start at the top of our head. I know a lot of people doesn't know that circulation does get bad in your head. A lot of people think that circulation pertains to just your arms, hands, feet, legs, and that sort of area, which we will get to those later. But we're going to start with our head. A lot of it is facial exercises that you need to do. Some of them are really simple. Some of them you might laugh, but they actually work. If you take your mouth and you go up and down, open your mouth as wide as you can, and then slowly close it. That actually helps with the joint muscles in your jaws and keeps them lubricated and loose. It also helps with skin that gets tight, loose around your face, which I have that problem. You can do those several times a day and it won't hurt you. It might make your mouth a little bit sore when you start to chew on nuts, but it does help. So here we go.
You know, I remember when I was young, Jack LaLanne used to do that.
Uh-huh.
On his exercise, he was the going thing in those days, and he used to do that on his program. He would do all kind of face and neck exercises,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, I think he was in his 90s when he died, and he looked good,
Uh-huh.
and still was mobile.
Yes.
Still mobile.
The next exercise we're going to do is going to seem kind of stupid, but it actually works. People have a lot of problem with this underneath your neck. You get double chins, loose skin, stuff like that. If you take your mouth and clench your teeth together and raise your head, feel the muscles burn. And what this whole exercise thing is how long can you hold it? How long can you hold it? It's not how many, it's how long.
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes the difference. As I had a double chin. As you see now, there's very slightly a little double chin there left. But I've only been doing this for about a month, and it's worked. So you just take your teeth, clench them together, and raise your head.
We have a thing too with arthritis in the neck. That's where my arthritis started, was in my neck. And that, you know, I want to keep that neck moving. I don't want to be where I can't back out of the driveway and look toward the back of the car, see where I'm going. I want to stay mobile and able to do it for myself. I have wonderful children that would help me, but, you know, it comes a time in life I just want to do for myself. I don't want my kids to have to wait on me. It may come a time that I have to, but I don't want to. And I want to do for myself as long as I can. And that's what these exercises are about, is staying mobile. Just stay mobile, stay moving around. Let's do something to help ourselves. If we don't help ourselves, honey, can't nobody do it for us. And this is something that you can do sitting in the recliner. We put Rosie in a straight chair. We can see better what she's doing, and the lighting in this trailer is not great over at the recliner. Yeah, we got trailers have windows everywhere, and the light from the windows ruins your picture. Okay.
Okay, go from side to side, keeping your teeth close together. Kind of like you're biting on something, but don't put too much pressure that you break your teeth. Okay, just hang on to your teeth together. Just clench your jaw and don't open your mouth. Don't let your jaw relax either. Okay, so here we go.
You're talking false teeth, gums, whatever we got.
Yep.
Some of us have it, and they're our teeth, but we paid for.
Mm-hmm. They're still yours.
Yep, still yours, still yours. Yeah, I used to wear a hairpiece, and people would say, "Is that your hair?" And I said, "Yeah, it's mine. I paid dearly for it. It was mine."
In order to get the back of your neck, you have to pull your teeth together and go forward. You don't have to hold your head, but let your head fall forward. You can feel the muscles in the back of your neck pulling. When they pull, kind of strain against it a little bit, and it will cause those muscles to contract, and you'll feel the pull a little bit more.
Now, this will make you sore at first.
No.
It won't?
No, because you stop when it starts hurting.
Okay.
If you stop as soon as it starts hurting, you won't be sore.
I mean, because we're
All
sore
you do
enough.
is you feel the strain, you feel the pull, you feel the burn start. When you feel that burn start, you stop.
Okay, because we're, maybe your age not, but the ladies that are my age, we stay sore
Right.
enough.
Which simple stretches are just normal everyday things that you would see around your house.
Mm-hmm.
Things that you do on a normal basis. I've discovered that taking your arm like this, which you reach for things all day long.
Mm-hmm.
But how long can you hold it?
Yeah.
That's what brings this muscle up. and that brings that muscle to where it's pulled up. When it does that, it increases the circulation to your hands and to your wrist and to your elbows and your shoulder, which your arms are the closest thing to your heart, which you need to keep healthy. So if the more you do, the better you are. Now we're going to go to shoulder rolls. Sure, you see the exercise people doing this right here,
We do.
but you don't have to do that because it's short, sweet, and you get sore.
Yeah.
If you
We
take
don't
your
need to be
hands,
sore. Don't
if
need
you
to
take
be
your
sore.
hands and put your hands on your hip and just barely roll them, just barely roll them, you can feel your joints moving as you're barely rolling. And the question is, how long can you do it? If it starts to burn, stop. You won't be sore. You can go both ways. And it works both ways, depending on whether you want your back to be stronger or your chest. Most women want their chest because we use our chest more.
It's an odd thing, but I do that when my neck hurts, just out of instinct.
Instinct.
We just
It's
do it.
things that we do on a normal, everyday basis. It's just a question of how long can you hold it. I've learned between Pilates and yoga that even if you choose one to do, the whole question is, you move slowly, and how long can you hold it? Both of them are stationed on that principle. It's not jumping, impact, how much you can bench press, and all that. That's for kids. We're grown-ups.
Yeah.
We don't need children's exercises. We need grown-up exercises that we can do ourselves at home. That
And
nobody
still walk.
and still walk when we
Yeah.
get through.
Yeah.
But okay, we're going to go on now to our arms. You can take your arms and put them out in front of you. Put your hands out straight. Straight parallel to the ceiling. Then push. When you push, you should feel the pressure in your back, in your shoulders. You should feel it going up the back of your neck. All those muscles are combined. They all touch one another. You're using all of those muscles in there. How long can you hold it? If nothing else, go down. When you go down, it's also going to pull the wrist muscles, which strengthen the wrist muscles. Up and down. Up and down. You can do them slowly. You can do them fast, depending on how you want to do it. I tend to not have as much patience as most people do. So I tend to go a little bit faster than most people. And I tend to make myself a little bit more sore than most people do. Because I always have that running through my head. If you don't use it, you lose it.
That's right.
But you can do that. Then take and rest your arms on your thing. Let your muscles loosen up in your back. Then take your arm, go out this way, and hold it. It brings all these muscles back here where I've got a little bit of a little sag right here.
I got a whole bunch.
It will help decrease that. It won't completely get rid of it, but it will decrease it in a great abundance. It will help, but you do it as much or as many as you like, as long as you like. And it's nothing more than what you would be doing if you were picking up something off the floor. You can do them, just both sides. It's not that hard. Most people's like, well, how do you do that? You do it every day. You just don't realize it. Everything around you is an exercise. You just don't pay attention.
You say picking something up out of the floor. That's what we want to do, is be able to pick up something out of the floor.
Right.
Now, at your age, you're still mobile, but now some of us are your age, but
Yeah.
But at your age, some of these younger ladies might say, well, but this will tone you up.
Right. It will help you keep mobility.
But folks my age, they want to move around. They want to walk. They want to go
Right.
shopping. They want to go places with their kids. They want to be able to get in and out of the car without somebody having to pick them up and move them.
Yeah.
I mean, we want to be able to be mobile. And if we're not, and we're in a wheelchair, and maybe we'll get mobile, and if not, at least we'll keep what we have, not
Right.
get worse.
Right, that's what this is all
Make
about.
the best of what you have,
Right.
best of your situation.
This right here is simply turning your hands up, holding your fists together, and pushing against your hand with your muscles. And when you do, it brings the big muscle in your arm up and moving. And then again, you open up your arms, you go down, and it pulls the muscles in your wrist all the way up to your elbow. And you just go up and down. Now I'm doing it a little bit faster than what I normally do. I usually go up and down. Up and down. But I've been doing this a little bit longer than y'all have. So I tend to move a little bit further, and I'm a little bit nervous, so.
Well, I don't have any patience. I don't have any. And I mean, I just I got it, and I tend to do things faster. But if you have a lot of patience, you can go slower and seem like it would, get benefit you.
Take your hands. You started out in this position. Take your hands, go up, back in, open your hands up, come in, and you can go up and down here in front. And it will work your back muscles.
While your family laughs at you, you understand that.
Yeah, your family might laugh at you, but you look at them and say, I'm not in any pain, so hush up.
And when you're moving around, they won't be laughing.
That's right.
They'll be glad.
But you
When
can do this.
Pick your own shoes up out of the floor, they'll be proud.
Yep.
It's all right.
A guy at work was having shoulder pains, and he was laughing at me because I was doing my leg stretches. And I didn't know he had shoulder pains. And I told him, before I even thought, I looked at him and I said, you can laugh now, but at least I'm not in any pain. Well, before I walked off, he said, well, if you come up with something for your neck and shoulder, let me know, because I've been hurting the whole time I've been here. Well, I just like that, looked at him and said, okay. And I walked away. And as I was walking away, I thought, well, you dummy, you know what it is. So I walked back over to him and told him, I said, put your piece of material down, and I'll show you what to do. And he did this exercise here. You bring your hands up front, you go straight out, pushing against your hands. Bring them straight back, go out. And when he went to do this, everything popped. Shoulder, neck, back, everything popped. And it put it all back into place. And he hadn't hurt since. Now this right here pulls all this down through here. It will help keep your hip mobile, as well as your sides, your shoulder muscles. All of that right there will help. It won't stop everything, but at least you won't be in pain. You can get around and move around as much as you can. A lot of people think this is stupid, but it's not. It works.
The granddaughter took this class in college, and you're getting this for free, secondhand. This is free.
Yeah.
At Daryl's little corner, we like free stuff.
Oh, yeah.
We're into free stuff.
Well, I mean, she had to do things that were stuff that I used to could do when I was a teenager.
Well, she's younger. She's
yeah,
younger.
And I could probably still do them, but I don't like to push my luck.
Well, if you're a teenager and you're watching this program, get with the program and do this, and then you can go on to tougher stuff.
Yeah.
You say, let me exercise with these old folks.
Yeah, start out small and work your way up.
Yeah.
Because you won't get as sore that way.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
We're going to start on our feet and our legs now. Mm-hmm. Feet are a good thing. You only get one set. They have to last you a lifetime.
And you walk on yours all day, so
and
you
I walk
appreciate
on
it.
mine all day long, and I appreciate when they don't hurt.
Yes.
Because I walk on concrete all day.
I remember when I was single and I worked at the deli, they would make us take a break in the morning, a break in the evening. You go sit down, you get up, your feet hurt.
Yes.
You can hardly stand up, they hurt like they're dying.
Yes.
And I, it wouldn't let you go through break, just keep going.
No.
I got
They're
to
required by law to make you take those 10-minute breaks.
You've got to go sit down. And you know, sometimes I would try to think of some excuse to just keep standing up.
Yeah.
You know, so when you sit down, you get back up, your feet hurt.
Yes.
And there should be some help for that.
Yes. There is some. Um, some of them are just simple stretches.
Mm-hmm.
I take my feet and I go forward and I go back. It not only helps the joints in your feet and your toes, which pointing your toes out in a ballerina area, in a ballerina thing, helps you pull all those muscles in your toes. And it causes all the circulation to get back in your feet like it's supposed to be. Most people who are older have trouble with circulation in their legs and feet. The more you use them, the more circulation that you have. You can go around with them, which helps the ankles.
You know, these foot and leg, it seems like we just lose our mobility, our ability to walk first.
Mm-hmm.
And your ankles hurt
Are the
and
first
your
thing
knees
that
hurt.
go.
Because they're weight-bearing joints,
Right.
I'm sure. I'm not an expert, don't get me wrong.
No, they
I'm
are
not.
weight bearing.
They're weight-bearing, and we don't claim to be experts. This is
No.
something that Roseanne has learned. Truly, she slipped around, looked at Megan's stuff, and learned it from
Well,
college.
I paid for it,
From
so I
college.
might as well use it.
But from college, this came from college information. And but we are not teachers, and we are not experts or exercise experts. She's just telling you what worked for her.
Right.
Just what worked for her. You have to go to college and get degrees to be a teacher and an expert, but when you read it and you learn it and you do it, then you're experienced.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, life teaches you a lot.
Yes.
We've learned that these bones get stiff and sore and they don't move anymore, and then you can't walk good, and you get where you cannot mobilize. And that's what it's all about. I'll never keep up with my grandchildren.
I can't keep up with them now.
Well, I can't keep up with Roseanne, but I can do for myself. I'm not to the point that I can't go to the grocery store. I have been at times where I couldn't walk through the grocery store.
Right.
My legs were so bad. But when I exercised and I got started moving more, I got where I could walk better. We do what we can do with what we have and our time in life. As we get older, these joints don't do what they did when they were
Right.
children. And you say, well, is this just for older people? Well,
No.
Rose, are you old, baby?
I'm 45.
That's old. That's old. Ask your daughter. But they teach this to the college children.
Yes, ma'am, they do.
So, I mean, this is not just for older folks. If you're a teenager and watching, get with the program where you won't have the problem we have. Just get with the program. And pay attention, learn how to do it, and every day you say, well, Daryl, I know.
Takes less than 30
But you
minutes
do
a day
it.
to do it.
But you do it. You make yourself do it because you don't want to get to where that somebody has to push you around or help you. You don't want to get to that point. Now, eventually, we might all get there.
Yes.
But let's put it off as long as we can.
I want to walk as long as I can.
I do too. And you know, when you're younger, you really don't think about it.
No.
These kids, they're going to live forever, but you don't. You don't. And everything's going to go good, and you're going to live in a White House with a picket fence around it, and, you know, American dream never happens. Never
Yeah.
happens. We have to face reality, and you got to make it happen.
It's true.
And sometimes I don't, but I should.
Yeah.
And I think we all fall into that basket.
Yeah.
What are you doing now?
I am taking my feet and pointing them out, letting them drop down, and when they drop down, I tighten these muscles up here, and it tightens up all hip joints, knees, and ankles and toes that way.
Can you see the muscles tightening up? She wore this outfit specifically where you could see them tighten up, where you'd see what to expect.
And the reason that I move them in and out is because if you sit and hold for very long, this right here will hurt so bad after a while that you won't want to do it no more. So I tend to try to go in and out, give myself a little bit more time, and I won't get sore as fast.
Now, I did an exercise for a long time where you hold your leg. You can hold it in your hand and do your foot like that, but it was faster and it made my knee hurt. And, you know.
Right.
And of course, when I started hurting, I thought, chump that.
Yeah, if you ever start hurting, you don't want to do them anymore.
No, you don't.
And I've learned that about myself,
And I
too.
should, but I don't because it hurts my knee, and the next day I can't hardly walk.
Right. Well, people don't want to hurt. They
No.
want to feel better.
That's right.
And that's the reason why I know from my own body that if I let myself get sore the next day at work, I can't hardly walk, and that's my job.
Yeah.
My job's got to walk. I've got to walk for my job. So in order for me to do that, I had to learn to modify it to where I could do it.
Well,
and this is one of the ways.
One of the ladies from the shop was going to a rehab, and they taught her to do that in the rehab, and she taught me. And I would just, I did like 10 and 10 on the other. Next day, I was walking with a cane. I'm like, golly, I
Now,
can't
I've
do
been
that.
doing this for about 6 weeks, 5 to 6 weeks, and I've been able to tell a difference. I can do more of them now than what I could when I first started. Even though I walk for a living, my legs were so sore. And I was like,
From walking.
no, it was from doing these.
Well, when I walked at the deli, honey, I stayed sore all over. You know.
But it seemed like from the minute I got up, that next morning I hurt. And I had to work all day long with my legs hurting.
Well, don't do that, Minnie.
No,
No, don't do that, Minnie. Don't get crazy.
no.
You ease into things.
Right.
Start
Do 'em
out
very
doing-
slowly.
Start out
You
doing
know.
5 and add on. Don't get crazy.
Yeah.
We want to be mobile. And if you get so sore that you can't walk, that don't help.
No. But
Even if a doctor tells you to do it and you get where you feel worse, even though it would help your body, truth is we're not going to do it.
no, you've got to start off slow, work your way through. I started off timing myself at a minute apiece.
Or in just human nature, if we see it's hurting us, we won't do it.
No,
We'll say we will, but we won't.
we won't do it.
No.
We get busy with other things. If it hurts, we put it off.
We're looking for something that actually we're going to be able to do every day and keep it up.
Right. Well, this is, one of the simplest
What are you doing
things to-
now?
I'm just I put my toes down on the floor and just push straight up with my toes. It keeps your toe joints all limber. It still helps the ankles. It still helps the knees. I have a lot of problems with my ankles because I have a lot of varicose veins around my ankles from where I carried my children. My children were real big children when I had them, and I have a lot of varicose veins because of it, and they always hurt so bad because of it. And I've learned that this actually works. I don't hurt as bad in my ankles. It keeps them lubricated. Keeps the joints lubricated. As long as you move them and move them slowly, it don't hurt.
Now, this is not a cure-all.
No.
Not a cure-all, but it will help.
It will help. It will it will lessen the pain that you have. It's almost like it's psychology. Hey, I can move it this way. Why am I hurt moving it this way? Hey, I did this, so I'm not going to hurt here. It's almost that way. But in another way, too, it's that you are actually moving that joint, and the lubricating that goes on inside of that joint is actually working. So it keeps them from hurting as bad. Not going to say it's going to stop it, but it actually does help. Because I've learned that now, even if my shoes are worn out, which mine wear out really fast, my legs don't hurt as bad. It takes longer now for them to hurt than it did before I started doing these exercises. I mean, they're just simple, everyday things that you would never think would help, but they do. I'm going to go on to my back.
Okay.
You're not going to see my face for a little bit, which is going to seem funny, but a lot of people think that it's crazy anyway. But it actually works. If you go straight down, you pull the muscles in your back down here.
Pull the muscles in your back. I don't think we can hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. It pulls the small muscles in your back, and it helps your hip bones. A lot of older people fall and break their hips and stuff. And the more that you move, the more that you exercise, the more that you try to help that area, the less likely you are to break a bone. Not saying it's going to stop it, but it would help. It'll help strengthen those bones and strengthen the muscles around them. Now, while we're in this position, a lot of people, including myself, would take and do this number here, and it adds more pressure to your back and causes your whole back to pull. It doesn't hurt. It won't hurt. It just helps with your back muscles. The more back muscles that you have, the better mobility that you have, because you can be able to do other things, move certain ways and stuff like that. I know it looks funny, and your kids are probably going to laugh at you, but it actually works, because mine laughed at me even though she took the class. She did. She laughed at me like I was crazy. Mama, you look silly doing that.
Well, they don't see themselves do it.
No, well, actually they do, because in the classroom that she took it in, it was mirrors all the way
Oh,
around.
well, I guess they look silly too.
Yeah.
But if you look silly, you don't watch
works.
yourself in the mirror.
That's right. To get your side muscles, go ahead and take and grab, if you're in a recliner, grab the side of the recliner. If you're on the couch, grab an arm on the couch and just pull.
Now, these are things you can sit in a recliner and still help yourself.
Right. This is, Mama asked for things that were sitting down. And that's what I went through shuffled my little cards up and looked up. This will help shoulder muscles, the side muscles, and your back muscles down through here. You hold it as long as you can on one side, and then you just reach across about on the other side and pull. And it's your own strength that's doing this. It's not, you don't have to have weights, you don't have to have a can of beans, you don't have to have nothing except for your own body. Of course, I've got a little bit more muscle than most older folks do, or even people my age, because I do a lot of heavy lifting and pulling and all that kind of stuff on my job. So I don't know if you see them or not, but I can feel them. But the whole thing is how long can you hold it? Mm-hmm. It's not how heavy you can lift, how far you can jump, how hard you're going to land. It's how long can you hold it.
It's strictly no impact.
Strictly no impact.
I don't want no impact on my joints.
I don't either.
I ain't wanting
no
to beat them up.
No impact whatsoever.
Don't want to beat them up, just want to strengthen them.
Right. That's what this right here helps your back tremendously for people who have back problems. Don't hold it to the point where it hurts. Just where it feels like it stretches and it feels good. Let go as soon as it starts feeling like it's bothering you any at all, or you're tired of it or whatever, let go. Mm-hmm. Don't hold on and just keep holding past the pain, because you will hurt your back worse that way.
If you cut out all of our talk, we're talking maybe 15, 20 minutes of your day.
True. Probably less.
Mm-hmm.
If depending
just
on the people.
Just get yourself moving.
Yeah, depending on how long you hold it, mm-hmm. as to how long it's going to be. I can do mine at night. I do mine at night because it makes me sleep better. Mm-hmm. Right before I go to bed, I do mine at night. Sometimes if I'm hyped up during the day and I do them, I have to do them to go to sleep mm-hmm. at night. Just mm-hmm. to stretch out, get the kinks out, and then I can lay down and I'll sleep like a baby.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know how long we've been running now, but 45. Oh, pretty good. But there's still a few more we can do. You can take your leg and go like this and go around. Probably the ladies would like this one a lot better, because you can cross your leg. You can actually see what you're doing. and it helps with all this from the knee down. If you have problems in ankles, feet,
You
in
know,
that
some of the
area.
ladies have I think they call it a neuropathy or some big old word, I don't know. And they actually have trouble between the knee and the ankle.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, nowhere else do they hurt, but just between the knee and the ankle. And it seems like this would help that.
If you go around and around in circles, it helps the ankle. If you go up and down, it helps the muscles in between. So you pick the one that you would like to do. You don't have to do the exact one that I'm doing because I do a variety of them. I go side to side. You can go up and down. You can go around. You know, and you can do it in different areas. You can just cross your leg and do it. Now, I tend to bring mine up because I do a lot of the up and down that helps this back muscle down here because I have a lot of problems with varicose veins. So that keeps my veins limber, and it keeps the muscles moving in that area, which I know I walk a lot, but still, it doesn't do what.
We want to
What
be able to
stretching?
walk some.
Yeah, but I mean, it just.
But if you have trouble between your knee and your ankle, or if you don't want to have trouble between your knee and ankle, give it a try. Give it a try. We're not experts. We don't. We just know what works for us.
Right.
Maybe it'll work for you too. Maybe it will
Well, I've
work
done
for you
good
too.
so far. I've lost 16 pounds and about 3 dress sizes.
But
just
maybe it'll.
doing-
Now this is not a guaranteed thing. You're gonna lose weight.
No, because
No.
I watched my diet.
Yeah. But now it's not guaranteed you'll lose weight. It's just keep them joints a moving. We're not advertising a diet. We're not advertising anything.
We're just advertising, keep moving.
That's it. Just keep moving. Keep moving.
But I've
It's got
noticed a
nothing
big
to do.
change in my body since I started doing it. I feel better. My joints don't hurt as bad. My varicose veins don't hurt as bad.
Roseanne is volunteer help. She's not sponsored by anybody
Nope,
or paid
just
in any
myself.
way. She came over to help us. And no, this is our opinion and not even the opinion of TV19. It's just our opinion that this will help.
Right.
And if it's your opinion too, give it a try.
Yep.
Give it a try. Do what you can, leave the rest off. Do not overdo it and make yourself so sore you can't move and then you won't never want to do it again.
Right.
I know that from experience. If you do something and you can't do it or you feel like you're wish you hadn't done it, then you're not going to do it again. That's
Right.
human. That's just human. But if you enjoy it and you want to do it, or if you don't enjoy it but you think it'll benefit you, give it a try. Give it a try.
Right.
See what it does for you. It helps or it doesn't. That's what
So
we
see,
do.
everybody's body is different.
Mm-hmm.
What helps me might not help somebody else.
Mm-hmm. Go slow
You can go slow.
and take it easy
Take
on
it
your
easy.
joints. Take it easier on your body. Just let's stay mobile. Let's just stay mobile. This is something that Rose has been telling me about, and I just thought, yeah, you know. But it has helped her, and it's a possibility it would help us, and it's worth a try. If you're getting to where you're having trouble getting around, or if you don't want to have trouble getting around,
Right.
it's worth a try. Worth a try. Not advertising anything for anybody. Just
Right.
this worked for Rose. Just
That
worked
is
for
true.
Rosie, and I'm proud for her. She had gotten on her job where she felt like she was just getting too old to do the work, and this has helped her. Just has helped her. Okay, what are you doing?
I'm just bringing one leg up, stretching
Mm-hmm.
the toes all the way out.
Just keep moving.
Just keep moving.
Keep moving.
Once you start, it seems like it's hard
I
to stop.
remember Jack LaLanne used to do his toes up and down, up and down, just the toes.
Yeah,
just the
yeah.
toes.
Yeah, 'cause it helps with the joints.
And he used to do the hands, do the fingers. I have trouble with my fingers, probably from rolling perms so many
Perms.
years. And I have trouble with my fingers.
Well, the pointing your toes out pulls all these little joints right up through here too. So you really, if you wanted to, you could. Which it does show it in the Pilates. It does show the moving of the toes. But I chose not to do them because I was afraid because my toes are not even, and I already have trouble out of one of my toes. it's a little toe that I broke several
Uh-huh.
years ago, and I was afraid that it would cause me to have more trouble out of my toe, so I chose not to do those.
And that's a prime example of do what works for you.
Right.
Do what works for you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now you can go to the gym up on the square, and they teach yoga up there.
Oh, really?
But yes, but you have to pay $5 per visit,
Well, this is free. We like free stuff. Forget it.
and unless you buy a membership, and the memberships are really high,
This is free.
and
This is free.
and you have to do it their way.
Mhm.
This is something that you can do your way. You don't have to do it exactly like I'm doing it. You can do them the way that you want to do them. Like a while ago, I'm sitting here doing this here now, and a while ago I was doing them this way.
Just keep them moving.
Just
'em
keep moving.
Yeah.
You
keep 'em
don't
moving.
have to do everything exactly like the person that's showing you how to do it. Just make sure that you tighten the muscles up however you do it. Because if you tighten that muscle up, it also tightens up around that joint, which will keep that joint moving and make you feel a lot better.
Just move it or lose it. Move
That's
it or
right.
lose it.
Move it or lose it.
That's right. That's right.
That's one saying Daddy had right.
That's the truth. That's the truth. He believed in them old sayings, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
And most of them work out. You'd be surprised. We always thought these older folks was kind of old fogey and these old wives' tales, and I reckon I'm an old wife because most of them panned out.
Yep. Most of them do.
Most of them are true. They only said it because they knew it.
Yep.
They didn't know it from learning a book or studying. They knew it from life.
Right.
Knew it from life.
Now, I don't know how much mobility everybody's got, but there are some that you can do like this that pulls.
And don't fall off the chair.
I'm not going to. I've got
We
that's
know
why I
you
said
won't.
some of them may have
We know
mobility.
you won't. I'm saying let's don't fall off the
Right.
chair.
That's just why I said I don't know how much mobility some have. Some in wheelchairs are maybe paralyzed from here down, and they can, and you can move, hold
If
on to
you're
the side of
sitting
the
in a
chair.
recliner, you won't fall out.
Right.
I like recliners.
But it pulls all of this down in here, which is what people say the saddlebag area. It will tighten that up as well as help that hip joint. Any movement that you do in this area of your body helps those hips. We want to keep our hips limber because as we get older, if we fall, we want to bounce. We don't want to break.
That's right. That's right.
We really don't want to fall, but if
But
we
we don't wanna
fall,
break.
we would not rather bounce than break.
That's right.
So, and it's not a guarantee that it won't break. It's just a extra precaution of helping. That's all it is. It's just an extra insurance, you might want to say, from
Now, do you
helping.
do anything for these hip joints?
Yes, I do a lot for my hip joints
Okay.
because I have a lot of pain in my
We
hips.
all have back pain. We have hip pain.
Right.
If we got a joint, honey, it hurts.
Now the hips, you mostly have to do them standing up.
And young people don't have a every joint hurt problem, but do something to keep from it happening. Don't do like we did, and just do what you have to do to stay mobile.
Right. But the people who have a lot of back pain and stuff like that, if you would like for me to demonstrate that, that's fine.
I
But it
would,
is
and-
standing up.
Okay, back up on the linoleum.
We'll have to take the chair with me.
Okay, back up on the linoleum, and let's see where we go from there. Now we may have to show this in 2 segments. I'll tell you.
That's fine.
All right, now farther
It's a
this
good thing
way.
I'm short.
Now I'm moving the camera. Everybody knows I'm not a cameraman. Never been a cameraman. I'm moving the camera, which is they definitely never do.
Here, I'll
Tony's
do it
tried to
sideways.
train me,
We
but
can
I'm
do it
not
this
a
way.
I'm not a good
We can
student.
do it this way,
Okay,
'cause
right
there's
there
no
you go. That's
not
good.
any impact.
That's good. Move
No.
over that way a little bit. We can't see where you move your feet. Okay. Now we
There's
got
no
you.
impact.
Now we got you.
You just take and put your feet together, put your hands on your chair, and take yourself down. I don't know how short these shorts are. And
Okay.
you move your back in and out, in and out. It also helps with all the hip joints.
Let me zoom in and you do that again.
Okay,
Let's see.
and tell me.
Okay, do it again.
In.
And you see where she's moving her back up and down, up and down. And that's going to help your hip joints.
It'll help your back and hip.
Looks simple enough, and if I try it and I can't do it, somebody will come help me out of the floor, I'm sure.
Well, actually, I don't have something this short to hold on to when I do it at home.
Okay. And you can do that holding to something that's taller.
Yes.
Okay, just so you do your
I don't
back.
ever do anything on something short like this.
Now I have lower back pain.
It will help
Just
a lot.
right in that curve part.
If,
right in that
yeah,
curve part.
if you'll bring this over here, Mama, I'll show you exactly how to do it.
Okay.
You can't really see it from this chair because I'm really bent too far down. Because you don't need to
Okay.
be bent that far down. Can
Okay.
you come like right here?
Let me see if I move the camera. I'm moving again. I know
I'll go to
folks
the
hate when I
darkest
move
part
the
over here.
camera. I know they do.
Here we go. See, this is about the height that I use.
Uh-huh.
Can you see me okay?
Yeah.
I take and I put my arms on here. A lot of times I'll do it like this right here. And I'll go down. I always put my head down below the counter.
You know, she moves her feet out. Moves her
Yep.
feet out.
And then I go up and down. Always pushing against what you're going after. If you're pushing toward the ceiling, push toward this tighten your muscles up.
And this will help that lower back pain.
Yes.
You say,
And then
Daryl,
this-
you're a doctor now. No, I'm not.
It won't
No,
stop
I'm not.
it.
I just
but
know
it
what
will
works
help.
for us.
And you can twist to the side if you can twist. If you can't twist, that's fine. But it pulls all the way down too. All this is just stretches. There's nothing else to it. And then you just come straight back up.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
I was backwards.
Okay, I'm moving back, moving back, moving back, moving back. Terrible cameraman.
It's
Terrible.
okay.
Tony trained me. We'll blame him. It ain't his
We're not
fault, but
blaming
we'll blame
He's
him.
not here to defend
Oh
himself.
yeah, it's fun to blame Tony. We blame Tony with everything. It's never his fault, but we blame him. Everything I goof up, I say, guess who taught me? It was Tony.
Okay.
Bless his heart, he
you
does
can take
better.
and hang on to the wall.
He does good.
Put your feet together. And if
Okay.
you've got enough mobility, you can
Uh-huh.
take and pull your foot up behind you. Can you see that? Just pull your foot up.
Turn the other way.
Pull your
Okay.
foot up behind you. Lay it across you. Gluteus maximus. I was trying to think of a good word. And then just
Rear
slightly,
end.
huh?
Rear end.
And then slightly bend. That pulls back muscles, hip muscles, and you've got something to hold on to.
And when I fall on the floor, you're going to come pick me up.
You're not going to fall on the floor because you don't have to go way over. You don't have to go way over. You know, I go further because I walk all day long. You can just, if you want to, you don't even have to pull it all the way up against your butt. You know, if it's not that you're not that limber, you can go down like this right here, just as long as you feel the pressure from pulling. That's all you got to feel is just the pressure from pulling. But see, I walk so I can move mine up. And then just if you can't go any further than this right here, then that's as far as that you need to go. You do both sides that way. And that's just simple moves that helps your back and your hips.
Okay.
Oh, now I'm back in my chair.
Okay. But you got every joint in your body can be helped with exercise.
Like every joint, shoulders, elbows, wrist, fingers, toes, ankles, knees, hips, back, neck, and even your rib cages.
And now this is This is our opinion. That's mine and Rosie's opinion. That's you say, well, you're an expert. No,
No, we're not an
no,
expert.
no. We just see what helped Rose. You say, well, what about you? I say, I ain't done 'em yet. I'm at the looking stage. I'm thinking about it. Thinking don't help your joints a bit. You got to get on it.
Right.
And actually, I have not. I've never seen them before, except what I've seen. Like I know that Jack LaLanne did.
Right.
I'm surprised that a lot of it is what Jack LaLanne
Yes.
did. Back when I was younger than you.
Yeah.
Younger than you, he had an exercise program. And
I
he
remember
did
Jack LaLanne.
Oh, he was great.
I
He
used
was
to
great.
exercise with him on TV while you were at work.
He was so good that he didn't do so fast and so much that you couldn't stay up.
Right.
Now, when they do these, I'm not saying all, I won't say all, but the ones that I have seen, these tapes that you order off TV and you buy, you can't keep up with them things.
No, they're made for younger people.
They're
They're
made
not
for
made
athletes.
for the older people.
They're made for athletes.
They're made for
I'm
younger
sure.
people.
I'm sure. I don't think my grandkids could keep up with some of them. I really
Well,
don't.
Megan got one off
So,
the internet that
I
was
do
called
think-
suicide. That was hard.
Oh, I think they're terrible, and I'm not so sure that that's so good for you. But
No, it's
that's
not.
my opinion. My
It's
opinion.
not.
Strictly, these opinions are strictly mine and Rosie's. We're not giving any opinions out for the TV station, or it's strictly our opinion.
Right. These are just moves that we thought that would help you on a daily basis. If it doesn't help, move on to something else.
That's
We
right.
just thought that it would help.
Simple, easy, not make you so sore you can't move exercise to keep these joints moving.
Right.
This is Daryl Jeter on Daryl's Little Corner. Y'all do stay tuned for Dave on his Gospel Hour. Watch the Jeter Family program Saturday night at 7. I hope you will. Tune us in again next week at 7 o'clock. May God bless.